We got a lot of big games, as always, coming up this week. And for those of you out there watching us right now, we do the fade every Monday and Thursday. So we'll give you a lot more picks on Thursday as the game gets closer. But Furman, I want to hit you with some divisions right now because there's some really interesting stories out there. And I want to start with this one. Kansas City, the Chiefs right now, are the last place team in the AFC West. They're 1-2. They are still a minus 115 favorite to win the AFC West. Would you be buying or selling right now on the Chiefs in the AFC West? They entered the season, I think, like minus 600 or 700. So they were a prohibitive favorite. Now they're basically coin toss money. Good or bad bet on the Chiefs to win the AFC West?
I'd buy Kansas City here. It wouldn't be a big bet by any stretch of the imagination. They obviously have some work to do, but I wouldn't be discouraged by what we saw yesterday at home against the Los Angeles Chargers. So many things had to go wrong for the Chiefs to lose that football game that I think over the course of a 17-game regular season, they're going to be able to get those issues sorted out. I mean, you go back and watch that game. They turned the ball over 3 times in plus territory, 2 times inside the red zone. Just uncharacteristic mistakes for a Kansas City team that I think is only going to get better on the offensive line. I really like the energy and tenacity they played with for long stretches on the defensive side. People want to talk about their run defense. Sure, it was against Cleveland and Baltimore, 2 teams that are going to impose their will physically on the ground against a lot of their schedule. I think the Chargers could lose as soon as this weekend. You know, one of those teams will get saddled with a loss, them or the Las Vegas Raiders. I think the Chiefs will be just fine. You have 2 games against the Raiders left. You'll have to win the return game against the Chargers. The Broncos are definitely going to be formidable. This is one of the better divisions in football, and there's no doubt the Chiefs won't have an easy path. But I think at that coin flip price, I trust Andy Reid, I trust Patrick Mahomes, and I think the defense will be able to do enough to allow them to win the AFC West.
Rams and the Bucks played in a signature game yesterday. Rams came out on top. Both of those teams are favored to win their divisions. Do you like the Bucks and the Rams to win, respectively, the South and the West?
I don't think anybody can really push the Bucks in the South unless there's a Tom Brady injury. I mean, Carolina's been a nice story. That defense has been outstanding, at least through 3 games. I like the move they made today, trading for C.J. Henderson from Jacksonville, although I was surprised they gave up Dan Arnold to replace J.C. Horn, who's going to be out for an extended period of time. Of course, we'll have to keep tabs on this Christian McCaffrey injury to his hamstring and how long he'll be shelved. Will it be short-term? Will it be 6 to 8 weeks? I think it's anybody's best guess. But Tampa, top to bottom, even with the injuries mounting in their secondary, the team to beat in that division. And as far as the NFC West is concerned, I know the Rams have looked like the greatest thing since sliced bread with that dominant performance, largely boxed to wire yesterday against Tampa. I'm still not selling the 49ers stock I bought before the season. They, of course, have a pivotal divisional matchup this weekend against the Seahawks. And while I lean towards Seattle, I think San Francisco showed me a lot, even in defeat last night against Green Bay. A little bit better clock management, not going zone coverage the final 37 seconds. And we're talking about the 49ers being undefeated as well. So I wouldn't pencil the Rams in as a shoo-in to win their division, but I think Tampa, barring major injury or catastrophic, unforeseen circumstance, is the class of the NFC South.
It's interesting for the NFC East right now. The Cowboys are minus 150. The Eagles are plus 330. If you think the Eagles are going to win tonight, is there better value to grab them as NFC East underdogs at plus 330 right now, given where the Cowboys are favored?
You could grab a small piece for that price to win the division, but I mean, I wouldn't go completely haywire grabbing that number. If you believe they're the side tonight, bet them on the money line and take your money, get it in and out inside of 3.5 hours, rather than tying it up for the next 13 plus weeks. I think this division still has some major concerns and question marks. Washington's defense has struggled mightily. Dallas probably the class, but what will that defense look like as the season progresses? So if you like Philadelphia to win outright tonight, you're not going to be able to get a better division price for a couple of weeks. So maybe dabble a bit at plus 330, but make your bigger investment on the Eagles money line tonight to get in and get out of Dodge.